This is the Draconian Venom Mage. He is a white Draconian, which has caused me no end of problems with my resistances, but otherwise this has been a very good character so far. Last time I got the Slime Rune. Now we've got to do the rest of Vaults, and I think I'm just gonna, I think I am just going to wear the Ring of Fire. And you know, if you look at it, as long as I have this trident on, I can go stat form, so I'm just going to stop being lazy. I had some conversation about this, or some commentary about this last time, where I didn't want to do this, and I was thinking about even going Iron Shot, I believe, but we just don't have the, I don't know. I mean, I guess we do have the spell levels, but I've already invested in unarmed combat up to like 10.4. So, I don't know. I guess I probably will memorize Iron Shot. But I mean, we really need some amnesia so I can get rapid decon as well. Yes, doesn't he? That is correct. Anyway, if we do this, we're running around with RC null, which is a little bit better than running around with RF null. Should be okay. We also happen to have Clutch still, so that's the real killer. I mean, to be honest, if stuff that was immune to Val Clutch didn't exist, I would probably just be using that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What should we do about this? That's not good. Should have memorized LRD instead. This would be very easy to deal with if I had LRD. This is an actual problem. I can Val Clutch him, I guess. That'd be okay. I don't have any acid, but he's only resistant to electricity, so we're going to do this. Yeah, this works fine. Yep, there we go. Whose idea was it to get rid of cure mutations? That's a great question, King Deathrave. I don't actually know, but it was a little silly, wasn't it? Mutations are in kind of a weird place nowadays. Where there's just not a very good way to get rid of them in a reliable way, except going Jivya, which who wants to do that, you know? So I mean, I don't know. You just kind of have to hope that the RNG hands you enough mutation potions to deal with the inevitable mutations that do come your way, you know? Okay, this guy we're going to fight out of stat form. Should have checked the ghost first, actually. He has toxic radiance, okay. Nice, okay. Now we'll just punch things to death. That MO was the right call. Take out this dragon. Can probably melee the ghost, and we do. Well, the thing about removing cure mutations is I'm not necessarily against it, but there needs to be something that doesn't rely on RNG to solve issues. You know, it was in a great place before where you could swap to Zen and you could get your, you could get your mutations off guaranteed that way for the cost of a God swap. And I mean, yeah, GV lets you do it too, but you're really not gonna, you're not really gonna be able to swap to GV, are you? Because you've probably killed GV by virtue of having killed TRJ. So it's kind of a problem. And I mean, I don't know if they took away a major mechanic of the game. Certainly it made it easier to deal with. We are not very tanky, even in stat form. Have to do something about that. Or else Vaults 5 is going to be a problem. I guess I haven't trained that much dodging. Let's take that to 10. There's a HuAE. Oh, damn, dude, we've been slowed. Well, I have RF plus. There's a Shadow Wraith or whatever right here. I don't want to take off either of these rings because one is okay, we gotta leave. One's my MR plus and one's my RF plus. So you can imagine that's a bit of a problem. Against such a HuAE who can paralyze me and do mega damage with the breath. Wow, okay. Let's teleport away from this stuff too. Much better. We're just not quite there yet in terms of being a good tank. So you're not going to see me tabbing through too many things with reckless abandon. But we are getting there. I should probably abuse Vile Clutch as much as possible. But yeah, I'm starting to think this character would have been a lot better off if I had just gone the Iron Shot route. In fact, I'm pretty sure he would be, but not for long. Just like one more decent item would really, really do good things for this character. Could go ahead and get another shop, but they're quite expensive now. 2,200 gold. Doesn't he wants me to save up? It is the right move. This Char wants to turbo bribe Zot. Yeah, it's true. This character is going to have a bit of problems, or a few problems up there. You know what? I'm reversing myself. We're not going to do unarmed combat anymore for a little while. We're going to take Conjurations to 10. It'll be very inexpensive. You know, Iron Shot is hungerless. So like if I just pop on intelligence here, I mean, look, we're killing stuff pretty fast. It's not bad. And then I can always just go stat form at the end of a fight. But really these dudes I could have just killed with BVC by itself. Kinda want to see you play Dungeons of Dread more after you're done streaking. It's similar enough to this game that some of your skill will carry over. Yeah, a lot of roguelikes I think have sort of similar base mechanics, you know. I'm absolutely open to playing whatever. Okay, for this guy we put on the Ring of Fire. Perhaps we wait a minute. Get my mana back. You can breathe on me, that's fine. I have RF+. We'll just BVC and Iron Shot, the most wonderful high damage wombo combo of all time. What do you mean that its skills are crazy in GMAT? Got your Fire Mage, and then you have stuff like Emomancy and Communism? What? I don't know about all this. Oh hey. Let's put D-Missile back up. Are you guys trolling me? Is this a real game? That's actually how it works. Leo would not like that game. No, I don't think Leo would like that game. Waltz 5 is going to be a real fun time on this character. I am going to try to do it without bribing. We have an awful lot of resources, so I think it'll work out just fine. Wow, Shatter's available. I might actually go for Shatter at some point. This character's very hungry for experience. He really wants to put stuff in a lot of places. Ghost stat form. There's a, well, you know, there's a Flayed Ghost here, so we would like to be immune to what he can do to us. Astrology and paranormal investigators are also skills. That sounds kind of cool. I'm going to be a paranormal investigator. My character's goal is to start one of those ghost hunter shows. You didn't miss too much there, Tony. We mostly just got started. I'm training a bit of conjurations. So that I can make use of my big int in a more straightforward fashion, perhaps. And then I don't have to use I don't have to do so much item swapping now, since I really just want to be in my big int items all the time. No, I didn't go Che. I'm just wearing a +7 int trident, and I also have a +6 int ring on. And the whole point is to make everything hungerless and also really high spell power, which seems to be working out okay. All right. Let's go down. There sure are a lot of shadow wraiths here. I think this is the third, maybe fourth one. Makes me wish I didn't have to swap for Synv, but it is what it is. It's not so bad. Get D-Missile back on. Okay, I will buy this sack of spiders, that's really helpful. I'm going to buy some wands too. Do I have a file of floods? Yeah, I do. I should probably buy Enslave, but I don't think I'm gonna. We already have 7 charges, that should be enough. Bro. Is that another Shadow Wraith? Yeah, it is. Static form it is for defense. And there he is. Despite the game's best efforts to kill me with slow, I am making progress. This will be the last floor before Vaults 5. Gonna have to go stat form here, out of mana. I can probably drop my Quick Blade at this point. I think I'll do that here in a second. Yeah, that'll be good. Vaults 4 last floor before Vaults 5. Well, I don't know, man. Some people lose track of what floor I'm on. I know I have lost track of what floor I'm on before. I'm just kind of keeping up the commentary. Maybe some people don't know how to count. You don't know. I do not have the mana to go stat form right now. Now we do. Dude. I gotta put on Ring of Fire. Is there a bribe in our near future? I don't think so. See, that's 3,000 gold and we only have 7,000. I'm going to try, I think I'm going to try to make this work without a bribe, and I think this character can do it. I just need to get a little lucky. I mean, you should bear in mind that, you know, this character can deal with enemies that can stop him from going up the stairs, because he's got, you know, he's got BVC, and that's smite targeted. 2 blink. Nice, we have a solid 6 blink scrolls now. But yeah, if I am lucky, I will be able to save all my bribes for Zot. Really? Okay, fine. like to get to the point where I can just tab everything, but I think it'll be a little while. Oh, wait a minute, do we have... That was the Book of Alchemy, and I didn't memorize Irradiate. Is Irradiate actually available? Yeah, it is. Wow, I should have been using that this whole time. I completely forgot that that's my go-to ownage spell. It's quite good. But we don't have amnesia. Well, there is one for sale. And you know Irradiate's going to be hugely valuable. Because now we can hit everything around us, you know. So I really should have been using that this whole time. Let's get rid of Toxic Radiance. It's not really useful at this point. Irradiate is honestly better than LRD in some ways. Troll Monk of Wujian. Nice. Okay, we do have a hatch. We have a hatch available, but as usual, we're going to try to do the regular part first. Go up. I guess I should be a little more careful. If I'm not in stat form, yeah, I think we should go down in stat form because I don't have GDR. So those guys actually could just kill me if it decided to roll really hard, you know? Yeah, come to think of it, yeah, we're just gonna keep the Trident on. Maximum spell power from having so much int. Go stat form, go down, come up. And just keep doing this. We've done this before. It's just, it's been a little while since I played a transmuter type character. Forgot some of my bread and butter strategies here. There's a warden. Waiting off the Contam. Go down. Ancient Lich, huh? See, that's a little spooky because we don't have RF all the time. And the only way to get RF all the time is to have RC not on all the time. So, I mean, either way, I'm risking a big bolt. We don't know what this Lich can do. But those bolts do something like 120 damage or something wild like that. It's a lot. So, kind of hard to say what to do. Tempted to just train more spellcasting here. Just to get the spell levels for rapid decon. It's kind of goofy though. I think we'll train dodging to 15. And we'll turn unarmed combat back on to at least 13. Get that to a nice round number. Alright, I am going to risk going down once the Contam's off. There we go. Okay, now what was that? That was Bolt of Fire. That was indeed Bolt of Fire. The Blast of Flame from the Lindworm hit me. And the Bolt of Fire from the Lich hit me, but both rolled really, really low. Probably on account of my 35 AC. It did a little something for me. But that's still painful, so why don't we drink a resistance? Our D-missile is off, I know that. Let's put that back on. This is perfect. Let's go up. God, irradiate is just broken as hell. To the extent that I think I'm going to take transmutations up to 15, conjurations up to 15. That's all the offense you really need to some degree. Nice. The Warden just decided not to lock anything off ever. That's a good bit of luck. Okay, apparently the Convoker was able to summon some things on this floor, which is a little surprising considering we've explored the whole thing, but okay. Okay, down we go. Up we go. Didn't get shoved off, very good. Down we go. Again, we're not locked up. Very good. Irradiate is a really good flood killer. It's kind of weird that I forgot how good it was. I mean, I didn't really forget, I just... If I had noticed that we had picked it up at some point, I would have been using it by now. It might have been really recently, though, I don't know. Okay, there's a place where our lack of RF is going to be owning us. Let's put up resist again. This is the biggest problem. Okay, we're going to go up. I don't get shoved off. I think we killed all the fire giants. The stat form. I'm going to take a look down here. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, let's go down. Go up. This is starting to look slightly ugly. I mean, if you look at this, there's just a lot of stuff. I don't know exactly how many reavers that really is. I think it might actually be a full 3 rather than being ghost images or anything from, you know, from that glitch that happens sometimes. I'm looking at this and I'm estimating a lot of damage is all. I think it's about time to take the hatch. Either that or I come down with Agi up, but even that's a bit risky. Agi and haste maybe. No, we're going to take the hatch. The hatch is really close to the staircase. That's a shame. I know that I can get fired for a lot of damage here, but it worked out. Thing is, there was an ice guy at the same time. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. I am going to put on Ring of Fire. I'm going to emulate all this stuff. Bye-bye. Okay, that's pretty good. Should have had regen on this whole time, although I don't regenerate when monsters are around. I'd like to drink some mutation, but we only have 4 is the thing. I'm going to drink a mutation. Kind of a weird time to do it, but it's fine. That's better. And we got a really good telly. Ooh, we don't have RLEC unless I'm in stat form. Come on, give me a minute here. I just need like 1 second to stabilize. Really just want my mana back. Doesn't seem to be happening. Do we have a lot of magic? We have 4 magic, that's not bad. I could have ambrosia'd, I probably should have. Okay, alright. Game has convinced me I'm going to burn an ambrosia. I have 6, so whatever. Actually, I just was able to rest anyway. Okay. Gotta be careful. Fire these guys can do is a lot, but we do have demissile. It's not super likely to hit me, any of these bolts that I'm worried about. And 1's not going to kill me at my, my amount of hit points, so whatever. I'm going to actually get intelligence here. I was getting strength, and then I determined that we want more ent, so we can make sure we have everything hungerless even without our ent items, ideally. Wow. Just a casual null shapeshifter on Vaults 5. You think those low hit die shapeshifters are just easy, but then they turn into a floating eye and really ruin your day. Scythe of Disto. Decided that I really want LRD. I'm going to emulate. We have RF plus up, right? So explosions happen. Fine, fine, fine. Perfect. Gonna have to punch here. Thankfully we had enough mana for 1 more irradiate. Flood Killer, you like those irradiates? They're, or the emulates rather. It's really helpful for clearing huge groups of guys, man. There are people who play this game and just don't pick it up. I don't realize how good it is. It's actually kind of funny that people prefer to doing Vaults 5 with it as like a meme, because it's actually really good. It's just that you have to know when to do it. Using it on the initial group of guards is perhaps not so ideal. Using it after that, though, what is he using? He looked like he had a really weird weapon on for a second there. Oh, he had Piercer on. Huh. Got the rune. I see we're marked. I don't particularly care. See, if I had had LRD on this floor, we could have had some fun with the crystals, the crystal walls, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's our first box of beasts. That's our first phantom mirror, I think. I need to drop something to support it. We can drop this MR+, we can drop ice, we can drop... Honestly, we can drop resist corrosion. Oh wow, there's a second ring of +6 intelligence. That's hilarious. We really could look like we're worshipping Che. Got acquirement, gonna acquire gold. What have we found? Staff of Olgreb. Kinda cute. Enchant weapon. We do not need to carry around enchant weapon anymore. We've grown past that. Let's identify the hand axe. It's MR++. I don't care. Anything else to look at here? Not really. Not really. Okay. Found a manual of pole arms. We're going to drop that. I have enchant armor, which I can use on the shield, I guess. That's the last thing we'll be enchanting, I think. Sadly, no shield of resistance, but how often do you really find that? I'm going to stop picking up enchant armor. Okay, I guess we can go do Crypt. This seems like the kind of character who needs the extra help. So, yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna pop into Crypt. And hey, we have a Scroll of Amnesia, so we can get that LRD online. Let's just Amnesia something we're not using. Something that's high spell levels, ideally. I guess we'll go with Meph Cloud. Okay, that'll be fine. That'll just make crypts a little easier to do. Whoa! Decimal bullshit. Look at this nonsense. Why would you make an ambush vault in a branch where curse skulls can spawn? I mean, this is just cruel as hell, really, if you think about it. I think we have to burn Blink to make this work. I could Holy Word. Yeah, we could Holy Word and then just like start Vow Clutching or whatever, but I don't trust it with Torment on the board. You know, Torment and then like Iron Shot from this guy, Blink attacks from this dude and this dude, Ghostly Fireballs. I mean, if these guys just decided to double Torment me and then a few more dudes blasted me, I'd be donezo. So we're gonna Blink away. We're going to Fog, going to Haste, step up here. Do I stat form? I would Ligma, but I dropped those. I didn't really want to just duke it out up here. Like, I wanted to get into a kill hole, or something approximating a kill hole. I didn't know this would just be a freaking corner of death here. I mean, it's a good place to irradiate, I guess. But I think I'm inclined to teleport, to be honest. Okay, we're gonna LRD. That's one of the big threats. Perfect. Okay, we have a good place to retreat to now. These letters don't feel quite right where I have my spells, but that'll have to do. Not really casting Lightning Spire that much anyway. All the stuff should spread out. Hey, there's our pal. Curse Skull #1. LRD takes him out real fast. You know what? We're just going to irradiate these guys. Down he goes. Still have Petrify, right? Perfect. This is fine, we can smash through these dudes. Just gonna let myself get surrounded here. Sadly, we really can't. We're not really allowed to irradiate too many times, you know. Unless I want to risk losing some of my nice mutations. What do we have now? Strength, clarity, antennae, and magical power to the wands. Interesting. You know, I really hope we find, it's just weird, but like if I look at RF Plus and jewelry, I haven't found a basic RF Plus ring. The closest thing is either a Ring of Fire or this ring with MR- on it. So it's kind of a pain. But I've noticed that Crypt often has an awful lot of rings. So with any luck, we'll at least find a simple generic RF Plus, you know. Okay, cool. Do I have apportation memorized? Yeah, I do. I would like to go over to this trap and grab the 3 gold. Seems like we can tab through most of the things in here, just in stat form. Just gotta watch out for like a Khufu pack or more Curse Skulls. Just win. Do you think I should do that, STG? The problem is this character is, he probably seems strong, but he's a little weaker than I would like. So, I mean, doing crypts is often what you want to do on a character. when he's just slightly a little, like just a little bit weaker than you'd like, or even a lot weaker. I mean, this is going to give us a ton of gold, and that's the main goal here. But the biggest thing is just my resistances are kind of foobarred a little bit, you know, and I don't want that. Why crypt though? Because it's easy. You know, I have the tools like LRD that make it super trivial. You know, and killing things in it gives me lots of gold. Optimally swapped to Zen. You know, it's people laugh about it a lot, but in reality, swapping to Zen here would not be terrible. I would never do it because Gozag's amazing, but it wouldn't be terrible. We did in fact get our Khufu, by the way, but we have the tools to trivialize him. Should have greater mummies with him though. So where are those guys? Guess he didn't have greater mummies with him. Okay. Yeah, Godwrath is unfortunate. I mean, Gozag Godwrath isn't that bad. On the other hand, he can haste, perma-haste things, so if you have to deal with like a perma-hasted Ancient Lich, that can be a problem. Let's drink Flight. Optimal abandonment. That's a really good idea, actually. I think I used to do that. You probably could find some videos on YouTube of me doing that exact thing, Yaros plus Gozag Wrath. Although, actually, come to think of it, no, that might not work. I'd have to check. That might actually stop you from doing that. I'm tempted to do it now, just to see. I know it doesn't work on, like, for sure it will not work on the Zerk. But haste maybe. I mean, certainly it works on regular haste. Best not on a streak. Yeah, fair point. Hey, we're marked. Just tab through all this stuff. Oh, hey guys, who can do lots of fire damage to me? Sure wish I could go Dragon Form to solve this problem. Hey, Walmart. No, I am not saying hello to Walmart. Oh, hi, Mark. Dude, that's a real thing Walmart employees do. Which strikes me as profoundly humiliating. But a lot of businesses sort of do similar things to their employees. There was a time when if you walked into a Cold Stone Creamery, which is a, hey, there's an RF Plus ring. It's an ice cream place. If you gave them a tip, they had to sing for you. It just seemed very degrading. Team building, okay. Okay, so that's actually the ideal ring. It has some of the int that I gave up from the +6 ring, and it has RF plus and RN plus. That's awesome. Our resistances are officially cool. When we're in stat form anyway, we get the RLEC, you know. So then the only thing we're lacking is our core, and that's not a big deal. I can cast everything hungerless except for stat form, or except for dragon form, that is. So it's great. I see that Jory is in there just kind of staring at me like a creep. We're going to fight him. Let's do it at full hit points. No, he figured it out. I just had to show him. I had to show him the way. Huh. You guys, Jory. The crystal spear reflects off an invisible shield around you. Hits Jory, 4 exclamation points. No, no! Well, you did that to yourself, buddy. You know, honestly, Jory should explode into a cloud of golden coins when you're worshipping Gozag instead of blood. Owned indeed. Okay, cool. Keeps giving you level 1 spells. Well, that's the thing about Vehement, is like, he'll just give you a bunch of junk for a long time, and then suddenly he gives you the top level spells, which you may or may not even want. You know, he might just like meme you super hard and give you garbage. At the end of your long trek to level 27. You want Sting, don't you? Yeah. Great. Oh man, let's back off from this guy. It's kind of funny how Radiate does so much damage that you don't even care, really, that it's not contaminating those guys, you know. Because it kills even Ancient Liches really easily. Train more spellcasting? Why? What, to get more mana? That's not a bad idea, actually. Just found about 1 billion books. That's unfortunate because we don't really need more books. On the other hand, Blink is here, so I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it for Zot. Let's see. Let me identify these 3 crazy rings I found. Star Slow with RF+++ and Int +6. That's just a shame, and will highlight how much I don't want to wear a Star Slow item. That's an interesting MR++ ring. Probably end up wearing that. RC+, RN+, Strength +4. Well, that's a Senv. That's a better Senv. So we'll drop our regular Senv. MR++, Int +4, RN+. It's the exact same, except this one gives me EV +1 and this one gives me RN. But I already have our neg times 2, and it becomes 3 if I put Stat Form on, so I'm going to keep it the +1 EV, I think. It's kind of weird that those have such similar stats on them, you know? Yeah, no, I agree, NGMat. Blink is really good to find. Alright, Flood Killer. Thanks, man. Yeah, this game is basically over. I mean, it would be hard for us to lose at this point, I think. We're going to go ahead and win real fast. This will give us plenty of time to actually start the Spriggan Wizard tonight as well. I mean, actually, if you look at my resistances, I can tab through everything, probably. Just kidding, this is a wide open floor. just go back up. Statue form, regen, go down, fight, fight, fight. You know what would be great is if I could dig, but these guys would just dig me out. Gozag is not feeling wrathful today. Well, there has to be a monster around Tony for him to apply his stuff to. Like, he will not generate monsters. He'll do it to pre-existing monsters. He'll haste casters and he'll berserk things that are not casters. Grug hobgoblin waiting in a doorway of Spriggan Wizard. I bet Ashen's gives the same message too, right? Okay. Easy enough depths. Depths 1. Hey, we have actually necromutation is available. We could learn that and solve our hunger problem forever. I don't think I need to, but we could. It's kind of cute. Also, we found a trove that wants a demon whip, a +5, which doesn't really matter because we haven't found any demon whips at all. Zig with necromute. No, we're good to go. We are okay to smash through the end game, I think. We have 16,000 gold. That's a lot. And the fact that I covered my resistances, I mean, a minute ago I was feeling like this character was weak, comparatively. Now I'm feeling like he's really strong. Look at this wacky little vault. We have to go down a different staircase. Actually, yeah, let's kill Garyon real fast. Just do this. This is fine. Garyon didn't want to take it. There he is. Garyon, my wayward son. All right. I'm going to dig one more time. This is the three wand charge strategy. Easy enough. I see we found a demon. Did we find a demon whip? No, it was a demon blade. Surprising. Hey, there's a demon whip. Enchant weapon. There's 3 available. Wow. That's one too few. Now that you've used all your resources on Garyon, it's time to swap to Wujian. That sounds very essential, doesn't he? Have you been reading about essential strategies? Alright, well we might find another enchant weapon to do that trove. We don't need it, but there should be a potion that increases your piety. I was just thinking of like, what if a trove could give you items that let you refill your piety. That'd be kind of cool. Well, rogue shenanigans, I could find consumables in a trove, you don't know. No, we'll probably do like 5 floors of a ziggurat. Maybe. Is that so, doesn't he? Is this really what he said? Summoner of Hepleocana that swaps to Zen / TSO. Is he aware that there are like 7 or so colors of Draconian, which all have different aptitudes? I'm just curious. I imagine he probably is, but you would think if he was going to try to distill it down into one thing. Yeah, Tony, I didn't think it would let you do that, but it was worth trying. None of them changed the summoning aptitude. It's the perfect strategy. Let's see. What about purple? Doesn't purple give you more summonings? Or maybe gray is worse at some magic? I don't know. Probably just air. Alright, what is this nonsense? Okay, that's wild. I have to come up into it from the next floor. That's a pretty good idea, rogue shenanigans. I should do that. No, the command would be like !essential. Conj hexes Evo spellcasting. Huh. Secretly, the Evo is the best one. Let's just go up. Interesting. I guess nothing affects summoning then. It's kind of funny that I'm relying on Irradiate mostly to speed up the fight. Like, we could punch things to death, but why not throw some nuclear power on top? That's kind of true, I guess, doesn't he? Although, consider the fact that you're still a summoner, and therefore using the best magic in the game. Honestly, I think you just continue to use Lightning Spire, because like -2 aptitude doesn't even matter for it, because it's just a level 4 spell, you know. It's not even like a big deal. Yeah, I use SLS anyway. So that aptitude, it's like it's trying to stop you, but it just doesn't really do anything. Which is another great reason why Lightning Spire should be higher level spell. I mean, that is like, at a minimum, a level 5 spell. I would make the argument, I mean, if you look at, well, let's look at Lightning Bolt. So SLS is a spell that lets you cast Lightning Bolt infinitely, essentially. effectively infinitely. Maybe not literally, but you know, your thing will zap until it disappears. And that's a level 4 spell. But then Lightning Bolt is a level 5 spell. See the problem here? You know, I would say at a minimum SLS should be a higher level spell than Lightning Bolt, right? Yeah, I guess the Simus do give gold, don't they, doesn't he? It's, kind of makes me want to drag a Necromancer around. Lower Lightning Bolt to level 3. Oh, whoa, we just got shafted all the way to, depths 5. Okay. Damn, that's a lot of stuff. Where to tally? The tally got knocked off, actually. We're gonna MO. Gonna tally again. Gonna drink a heal wounds, I think. Wow, okay. I'm in the Zot Vault. Wow! Wow! What a telly. Okay. It took me right back to where I was. That's fine, I guess. Oops. Put Battlesphere back in the Conj book. That was a little bit overpowered. Not like super duper overpowered, just kind of strong. Bro, I just want a kill hole. Can I have one? Well, BVC in the Necro book was just the product of someone wanting to ruin speedruns, I think. Or TC. That's Blox's theory. Because, I mean, there's no way that you could possibly overlook how overpowered that spell was. I mean, you'd have to be blind. Summon Forest in the Summoner book? My god, why are we buffing summonings? With Prism to Air? Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of room to move spells around, I think, in the starter books. Yeah, maybe Rogue Shenanigans. Acquire gold. Hey, we almost have 20,000 gold. Oh, ho, ho. Caustic Strikes. Okay. I'm going to do Doesn't-He's favorite strategy. I'm going to Lamp of Fire these guys. Then I'm just going to BVC them. And swing. I should have gone down the hallway a bit. But this worked out because I'm overpowered as hell. Go back into stat form. Okay, let's go dragon form just so I can fly. I don't know, Rogue Shenanigans. I do know that there is a certain amount of malice from the dev who developed that spell directed towards turn count and speed. real-time speedrunners. So I mean, it just depends on how suspicious you want to be of the motives. All I'm saying is that like it feels like a stunning amount of incompetence to not realize that spell was and honestly still is overpowered as hell. Hard laziness. Yeah, it could just be that. I'm prepared to admit it could very well just be that. Just a lack of willingness to playtest your own work. But it's also arrogance, because it's like any turn count runner could have told them. Like Yermak could have told them, Blokes could have told them, I could have told them, Man could have told them, Power Mode probably could have told them. You know, it's like literally anybody with any baseline level of competence at speedrunning this game. Well, actually, I guess Man's more of a real-time, and Power Mode are more real-time runners, but I'm sure they probably would have realized the spell is broken as hell. So it could get more testing. Well, then why would it end up? Why would it be in a? Why would it not? Why would you put that in a stable version? Like you could do that without sticking it into point. What was it? Point 0.21. I mean, trunk is for testing, not stable versions. What the hell? That's literally the purpose of having trunk. Hey, we're level 27. Should I just dive? It's basically Fireball. That's the funniest quote. It's just the dumbest thing to try to compare those two spells. It's outrageous. Magic Dart is basically LCS. Good logic. Good comparison. Oh, did I miss Menace? I didn't see the Halo. We can fight Menace though, it's fine. We have tons of consumables, we can just drink a potion and walk away. He's northwest of the big block. Yeah, there he is. Good eye. He always notice these things, doesn't he? Before I do. We're just gonna try to duke it out with him. PVC. Oh yeah, baby. Constricted, misshapen, and mutated, so his AC and his EV are nerfed. Look at his AC and EV right now. Get owned, get dabbed on. I mean, that might not have worked out so hot, like, we could have... He could have just silenced me and stopped me from doing that, but we would have been fine. We were in stat form, we had the ability to chug down a haste, a might, agility, whatever. Okay. No enchant weapons yet. I think I'm going to just pop into this real fast, because I'm always curious what's in the trove. And I'd like to enchant up my whip so I can actually get the trove. I won't spend too much time in there, I assure you. Or in here, rather. Just do a few floors. There's a couple of enchant armors. Guess I should take those out of this place. What's this now? Magic mapping? We actually don't have any magic mapping in the inventory? That is surprising. I guess I'll drop paralysis. Actually, you know what? I want paralysis more than I want enslave. We'll drop enslave. Whoa. Okay, the floating eye changes into a water nymph. Alright. I guess I'll take that. I'll take that over a floating eye. Plog. The Morningstar Plog. Nothing good. Oh, right. My mana's gone. Oops. Just have to duke it out with this guy. Hey, we found something cool. What hat am I wearing? A hat of MR? Alright, we're gonna drop the rat skin cloak, okay? We're gonna wear the crown. This gives us more AC. Now you're probably thinking, like, what am I gonna do about my MR situation? Well, that's fine, because we can now drop this ring, because that's Send. We have Send all the time now. We have a cloak of MR sitting around outside. So this is a net benefit. The only thing we lose is our poise, which we have in stat form. So it's great. This is all great. So we're going to leave now. Going to drop the hat, drop the cloak, get my MR plus cloak. I planned this out a long time ago. I thought, if I get a good if I get a good hat, I can bail. I have to watch out for MR threats. I just realized I got shafted down here, so I have to fight through a few more things. Is that so, man? I knew there was something weird about Plog. I just couldn't remember. Wait a minute, if I take off this cloak, can Ancient Liches still touch me? Yeah, 1%, so we have to wear the cloak. Exactly, 404. The gold is just happens to be weightless in this game. It's 4 enchant armors. If that Shield of Reflection was +1, we would swap to that, I guess, but no such luck. It's fine, though. We're actually wearing Reflection already, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's do this little tiny vault. Cool, free gold. I think this is the last part of any depths floor. We just did it in sort of a weird order because we got shafted. Also, that is the worst idea, rogue shenanigans, I've ever heard. Mummies? Greater mummies? Somebody should make a crawl fork that's deliberately bad. Oh crap. Don't want to deal with these, with that Zot trap. It's called stone soup. Distortion strikes, huh? That might not even be a bad idea. Wow, I have never seen this vault before, I don't think. And if I have, I don't remember it. So there's a greater mummy at the end, and then there's just the sword of Zongeldrock. Dude, Malmutate strikes, that sounds awesome. Acid Hydrus. Okay, let's just go. So depths 4, done. Depths 5, already done. Zot, we will skip as much as possible, as much as is safe. Do I have everything I need? Let's drop this whip of venom. A dearth of magic mapping. There are some for sale though. Why don't we use this one and then go buy these magic mappings to save myself a little trouble. What is this, your Sonic the Hedgehog? You drop your coins when you get hit? Hey Alf, what's up man? How you doing? Did not know that you were lurking. Alright, I want to buy this magic mapping. I want to buy this other magic mapping. Hey, that's good to hear. Oh, you just sat down? Okay. Alright, buy this other magic mapping, go to Zot. Fortunately, we have a Zot trap right here, but that's okay. I think the fastest path is if I were to dig to the northeast. Running into more Zot traps, unfortunately. I want to kill whatever this is. It's a shadow dragon. Alright, let's go down. Disarm, disrobe traps. That's terrible. I actually really like the idea of a monster that disarms you, though. Okay, we're gonna dig out here. Does that make a lot of noise? I guess that makes a good bit of noise. Oops. That's okay, we can tank. Well, the problem with Gozag is the gold actually is kind of a problem because, you know, it's like if you could stack infinite piety with any other god. You could see where that would become kind of broken as hell really fast. Zen, for example, you would literally be unkillable. Well, maybe not literally, but mostly. Okay, that's frustrating. That's a lot of annihilators. I should be a little more careful. Silence here. I'm going to acid. Acid just doesn't want to work. Is my evocation's not 10? I'll take it to 15, I guess. Let's punch these guys. No, I mean, Gozag's just really damn good. It's probably hard not to like him, to be honest. I'm surprised you never use him, but I mean, there's not a lot of flashiness to him. He just kind of quietly wins the game for you. Bring back Michaelis. The problem with Michaelis is he's just really... I don't know, it feels very strange to end the game with like 100 potions of magic in your inventory. It's a very curious design. Alright, so I'm going to need to remember to keep D-Missile up in here. Also, we have our first Orb of Fire. I sure wish I had more RF+. But we'll just use a Radiate to kill him. Yeah, Alf, and that's like totally legitimate. I think way too many people get caught up in like, well, you have to play the game in a very particular way, whether that's optimal or something else. You know, and they try to enforce that on other people, and I've always thought that's ridiculous. Like me, I enjoy optimal play, but not everybody is going to. Clearing Zot4 as usual, because I want to have a nice place to flee to if things go badly. Well, for me, the fun part of Gozag is that he's just so damn strong. But I mean, yeah, having more access to items is nice. You know, I think that people enjoy the shops a lot, I guess. Which is very different than other gods that are giving you straight power. Although Gozag gives you straight power as well, most people are way more focused on the shops, I think. Okay. Speaking of shops, I'm going to call one. I'm just getting a food shop real fast. So I have a nice pile of them, and then we're going to bribe. I've been slowed. That's okay. Well, Trog could always give you crap, though. Glad this Orb of Fire's on my side. That's one way to fight Orbs of Fire. Just bribe them. This is pretty wild. It's always pretty wild to do bribe in Zot 5. Yeah, no, that is true. Oh damn, dude, my allied Curse Toe is tormenting like a madman. He was neutral, but still. Okay, we're gonna bribe again. Just want to go get the orb. Please don't torment, bro. Alright, my buddies will help me. Kind of stops me from irradiating though. Alright, I'm going to run the risk. I'm just going to grab the orb and take the telly. It's a Venom Mage. We have Arlek all the time. We're just going to walk away from this dude. The Shadow Fiend's on my side, so it's not going to torment me. Dig out. Ordinarily, I'd never take such massive risks, but we have Bribe up, so it's kind of hard to lose. Okay, let's bribe this as well. Lightning these guys. Alright, fellas, nice sap. Draconians are a little bit, I don't know. Some people think they're strong, some people think they're weak. I think they're pretty mediocre. I mean, they have big hit points, which is kind of very good, but at the same time, on D1, they really do get wrecked by adders very, very, very hard. Harder than some other species on account of the fact that you can't just pick up the first plate mail you find, or even ring mail. You know, you're saddled with your AC from scales, which is not that much when you first start. So, you know, you're very susceptible to getting poisoned. Dungeon bribed. Yeah, like Draconians are quote-unquote good, but I think they will trip up a newer player very easily. You know, because you're used to having that GDR, and of course on a Draconian, unless you're using stat form or dragon form, you really just don't. So it'll feel like you're more fragile than you actually are. Big trade-offs. I mean, on the other hand, anything other than the color that I got gets a breath that's really amazing. That can borderline win the game for you by itself, you know? So I mean, it's kind of hard to say that Draconians are bad, because they're not. They're just harder to play than best example of an intermediate species. Like, yeah, that's accurate. I'd agree with that. I mean, I actually really like Draconians. I think they make for some of the best casters, just because they can go in just about any direction. Quick call a shop. No, that's all right. Good game, though. Let's leave as a dragon. Not bad. Call a shop and sell them the orb. It's not bad at all. Let's get entry vaulted. I sure hope not. It's a Spriggan wizard next, right? GG, by the way. I think it's a Spriggan wizard. I don't know why the why meme is not coming up. Oh, there he goes. Alright, so we'll look down here. FoFi, Minotaur Warper, DrVm, SPWZ. SPWZ. So we kinda got entry vaulted a bit. You know, this is not so good. Our stealth is huge, though, so that's good. Not actually sure what I want to train at the start of the game. Stat 0 instantly, yeah, strength 3, how about that? No, I'm not actually sure what I want to train on a Spriggan to start out, because my spell power is like actually garbage on Magic Dart. I don't need to train stealth, I've already got 3 of it. Fighting for Orc Priest Insurance, that's reasonable. Although -2 aptitude, and then I'm stuck with bad Magic Dart for even longer. Like, I have to wonder if maybe spellcasting is the play. Well, Probably should take conjurations to at least 1, I don't know. But, no, fighting for Orc Priest insurance seems like the right... Yeah, -3 aptitude, I know. Well, the goal is to get to conjure Flame and Meph Cloud, but even getting to level 2 pretty much wins, because then we have Call Imp, which is pretty damn good. Our air aptitude is not terrible, our fire aptitude is pretty bad. I don't know. Let me stop the video here. I'm gonna keep streaming, but I'm just gonna do this for YouTube. So YouTube people, look forward to Spriggan Wizard next time. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.